Hi everybody, today I'm going to be making little apple pies. I know I made apple cake last time, but I thought these were a fun little treat. So I'm going to start with my apples. I'm going to cut those up first, and then I'm going to cut up my dough. I got the Pillsbury Crescent dough sheet. I didn't mean to grab this was an accident. I would have just grabbed the crescent rolls with the pre-cuts. And then I have an egg for egg wash. I have pumpkin pie spice. If you don't, you can just use cinnamon or nutmeg or whatever you have. And I got brown sugar and a little bit of granulated sugar. So I'm going to start by slicing up my apples, and you can really do this to whatever thickness you would prefer. I wouldn't do them too thin, but they'll soften up in the oven. But it's just really what you would prefer, to have more apple or less apple. So I'm going to get all these cut up. Alright, I got my apple slices cut up, and I really only needed like 1.5 apples, but I'll just have extra snack on. I like sour apples. So next I'm going to start on cutting up my pastry sheet that I have here. Obviously, if you're smart enough to not buy the sheet and buy the actual crescent rolls, you won't have to worry about this. I won't make you suffer through me cutting this up. Ooh, actually I think these are longer. So I'm going to just cut this up into the 8 triangles, just like it would have been cut if I had bought the right thing. Okay, now that I got these cut up, I'm going to start on my fillings. So I'm going to put a fair amount of brown sugar on. If you leave them close together, it's much easier, so you don't have to worry about the filling falling out everywhere. You can do more or less, just depending on how much you would prefer. And then I'm gonna, oh, it's a new one. Oh my goodness. Let me go get this open. My goodness, the lid was on this so tight, it took me forever to get it off. So now I'm just gonna go over and I'm just gonna sprinkle my spice over the top. And again, you can just kind of do the level of spice that you like. I think it should have a fair amount of spice on it. And then I'm going to take one of my apple slices, and I'm just going to lay it down on the end here like this. And I'm going to slowly roll it up. Try to keep as much filling in as you can. Maybe and pinch the sides close a bit so you can cover up all the apple. And then I have my tray here. I've put parchment. If you don't have parchment, that's okay. Just don't use oil when you're baking, or to like fry your dough. I would use butter. So I'm just going to take my time and I'm going to roll all these up. Oh, and you can also, I don't like putting nuts and things, but if you'd like to, you could put like crushed up pecans in with this as well, if that's something you'd like. All right. And I'm actually going to do 8 more of these. I'm going to make a total of 16. Oh, and preheat your oven to 350. I don't think I mentioned that yet. Alright, I got all 16 of them done. I have the other 8 on another tray, because they will puff up a little bit, so you don't want them too close together. Next I'm going to do my egg wash. A little bowl, I'm just going to scramble 1 egg by itself. Right. And I'm just going to go over each one. Doesn't need to have a whole lot. And if you really don't want to do this part, you don't have to. I think it adds a little bit more flavor, and it gives it a nice shine. I'm just going to do half of mine like this, just to see how it turns out. And then when you get done doing the egg wash, you're just going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar over the top of each one. And then we're going to bake these for 12 to 15 minutes. I just check them at 12 minutes. See if they have a good golden color. If not, give them a couple more minutes. All right, here are our little apple pies, little turnovers out of the oven. And I actually ended up cooking these for about 18 minutes. And I don't know how well you can tell, but these ones got a little bit of shine compared to these ones. So these ones I did the egg wash on, and these ones I didn't. But I'm going to let these cool for at least 10 minutes, and then we're going to try one. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.